welcome to Mia Cucina. Mia Cucina in Italian means my kitchen. And boy, do I have a delicious, amazing chili. Yes. And this is from my travels to Mexico, and then when I lived in California, and I would go to Tijuana and have those wonderful chilies that they would have. And then I ended up in Nevada when it was the chili competition, and I learned so much about chili. So the first thing that I am going to do is I'm going to take you step by step. I call this my gourmet chili. What makes it gourmet is we're going to be utilizing fresh ingredients. Chili originated in the early 1723. Yes, originated in 1723 in northern Mexico. Chilies were used along with wild onions combined with various meats. So when it's called chili con carne, it doesn't mean that it's chili with beef. The meats in those days could have been venison, it could have been bison, it could have been rabbit, it could have been whatever meats that they would capture is what they would do with the wild onions and then with the various of different chilies. And I will be utilizing a couple of different chilies that I will introduce to you. Pero la prima cosa, the first thing that we need to do is to put on the fadale. And I am having my beautiful fadale that my wonderful friend, sister, sent me. It's Elena's Cucina, which it is my cucina. You know, this chili was created by working class Tijana and Mexican women. However, though, as I'm talking to you, I'm going to turn this on to medium high, and this is getting hot. I will continue to tell you that the women is the one that created this. However, the indigenous Mexicans deny any association with this dish because it's been changed so much. So I'm going to try to stay as true as I can. I don't have wild onions, but I am going to be utilizing a half a red onion, one white onion chopped. I have a 1/4 cup of olive oil that I am going to put in here. I'm also going to be utilizing chopped chicken and also ground chicken. Yes, because the chilies that I had, it did not have ground beef. It did not have ground anything. It was all chopped. And that's why I want to bring you what I thought it would be the authentic that I tasted in Tijuana and then when we went to Baja Mexico and all the other wonderful places. So we start with a half an onion, a red onion, one white onion. I also here have 1 chive chopped up. I have 8 cloves of garlic chopped up. I also have here cumin seeds. If you don't have cumin seeds, don't worry about it. I am going to be utilizing cumin seeds and I'm going to put them in here so they start blooming. So what the first thing that I will be doing is I will be blooming the wonderful, not herbs, but spices. So let me bring you back as this is getting a little warm up here. I have here a half a cup of red pepper. I have here 1 red chopped chili. I also have 4 ounces of green chilies. I also have a half of red pepper, and I also have 4 cups of diced tomatoes. And for my spices, I have, like I said, I'm using, right now I have my wonderful cumin seeds. To this, I am going to utilize, and I'm going to use turmeric. And the reason I'm using turmeric is for inflammation. And I have 2 teaspoons of turmeric that's going to go in there. I also have 1 teaspoon of onion powder that's going to go in there. I have 2 teaspoons to 3 teaspoons of granulated garlic. I like garlic. If you don't want that much garlic, you don't have to use that much garlic. And then I do have 2 tablespoons of cumin because, you know, I am making quite a bit of chili here. And then I also have some chili powder, and that is 1 teaspoon of chili powder goes in there. And then I'm also going to utilize ginger because ginger is good for digestion. So everything that I'm using is going to be much healthier. So I'm going to bring right now my wonderful tomatoes, and then I am using 4 different kinds of beans, and I have white northern beans, cannellini beans, garbanzo beans, and pinto beans. And this is what I have here. And then I have my chopped chicken that I put some salt and pepper in that. Also with some of my ground chicken. I have some salt on the side just in case I need it. So what I want to do, the first thing that I want to do, and this is what I've seen when in my travels, they did not put the meat in here or whatever they were using. What they would do first is they would bloom the wonderful, oh my goodness, all the wonderful spices. And you can smell everything coming out of, oh my goodness, I mean, it is beautiful. So this is what you're looking at. You see that, guys? So this is what's going to start the whole entire thing. So now that it's blooming, and we're letting it bloom for a few minutes, now I am going to add my onions. All of my onions go in here. And what I am utilizing, guys, is I'm utilizing 15 ounces each can of northern white beans, cannellini beans, garbanzo beans, and pinto beans, and everything I use, it is organic. I do not want any pesticides or any chemicals in this dish. And you know, when you go to Mexico, there's so many chilies, and there's just, oh, I tell you, when I go to a different country, the first thing I want to do is go to the grocery store, because I want to know what are they eating, what are they doing. So right now, this is going to saute. I am going to add my chives are going to go in here as well. I'm also going to have my green peppers are going to go in here. And these are not hot green peppers. These are the sweet peppers. I'm also going to have my red peppers that I told you about. They're all going to go in here, like so. I know it's going to be a little dry, but don't worry about it, guys, because we're going to be utilizing some tomatoes in here. Now I'm going to add my hot, it is hot. This is a hot red chili, and I like my chili nice and hot. And you know, and everybody wants to put a lot of toppings to this, and I will serve this with some brown rice. For my husband, because he likes the brown rice, and for me, I don't really like to put anything on it. I mean, some people use cheese, but originally there was no cheese in chili. It was just served just the way it is. And now this you can smell all the aromas, all this wonderful thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my green chilies that go in here. My green chilies, you know, again, they are organic, and these are just green chilies, and they're diced. And they come in a cute little can, like so. And then whatever you don't use, you can use, you know, what I do is I put them in little baggies and I put them in the freezer. Because nothing gets thrown away in this house. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken that's going to go in here. It's going to go very quickly, guys. And then this is going to cook. I usually like to cook this for a good hour or so, sometimes a little longer. And now I'm just putting my chicken in here, and I'm just going to saute my chicken real quickly. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait till I show you this. It's a very beautiful dish, and all that I am using, it's for your health. For your health, I will do anything. And that is the reason why, guys, I am using the cumin. I'm using the turmeric. Turmeric, I'm sure, was not used, but I do add the turmeric, and that is for inflammation. And I do use the ginger, and you don't really taste too much of the ginger. The ginger is very good for digestion. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my tomatoes. Are going to be added all in here like so. And then I'm just going to keep mixing it together. Oh yeah, because the tomatoes are going to start releasing their wonderful juices. Oh, this chili is so delicious. Wait till you guys try this. And I'm telling you, you know, with being cold now, it is so needed. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to go grab a cup of water. I'll be right back. Uno minuto per favore. What I have done is I have drained and cleaned my beans. So now my beans are all going to go in here like that. Just like that. Yeah, this will feed an army, let me tell you. We love chili in this house. And the good thing is you can freeze whatever you don't eat. And we do. We have 2 refrigerators here because I don't throw anything away. I like to keep everything. So now what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to cover this up because now it's going to come the next ingredient. And the next ingredient is going to be cilantro. Now I like to use the stems of cilantro. Did you know that most chefs, they use the stems of cilantro and not the leaves? Because that's where all the flavors are all in there, guys. And it's really, really tasty and so delicious. And there's a lot of vitamins, and I am using, like I said, and I keep telling you this, it's all organic. If you cannot afford organic, what I would suggest you do is when you bring your produce home, is to get yourself a nice big bowl of water and add vinegar to that water and let your vegetables sit for 10 to 15 minutes and then rinse it out. And that will remove quite a few of the toxins. So as you can see, I just chopped this up like so. Very easy transaction. Invest in one of these guys because it's the easiest thing, and that's going to go right in here. Right in here. I also have 1 teaspoon of black pepper in here. And right now I have about 2 teaspoons of salt. And right now I don't want to really, I'm not going to taste it right now. I'm going to turn this up a little bit higher. Oh, I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to bring the camera over here so I can show this to you with all the beans. And again, this is going to sit in here for a good well, I probably will leave it about 45 minutes to an hour. And then we're going to have it, and you could, the way that it's served in Mexico is that, you can have it with corn tortillas, and their corn tortillas over there are wonderful. And I wish I knew how to make tortillas. I need to learn how to make tortillas because this will be delicious. So now I'm looking to see how it's doing with the juice, meaning, the tomatoes will bring, because they're all going to all marry each other. We don't need to put a lot of liquid in here. And nothing is stuck into my pan, so everything is looking really, really good. Oh yeah. And it smells wonderful because when you bloom your spices into the oil, it takes all of that deliciousness. So when you add your chicken and you add everything else, it just makes it even better. That's the best way. I am not a chef. I am a cook, and I'm telling you, I've seen chefs do that, and thank goodness, because the chefs that I met, where your mother and father on the side of the road in Tijuana when I was in the Air Force and I was stationed in Southern California, and I'm telling you that the tacos that you would have there, the food that you would have there, it is amazingly delicious. And it's not the chili that we really have in other states, and I'm not going to say what states. So now I'm going to bring the camera and show this to you. Let me get this really slowly here. You see that? All right, I'm going to gently put you down. So again, the way that I like to serve it, I would just eat it just the way it is. But my husband likes it with rice. Also, if you don't want to have any rice and you want to make this vegetarian, you can omit the meat and still have all these wonderful spices and vegetables, and it will still kind of give you the same. Also, you can use jackfruit. I have made a jackfruit chili that totally vegetarian. If you are trying to cut down on, or maybe you are not eating beef. So right now, as this is cooking, my chicken is starting to, because I chopped it so fine, it's starting to become more cooked. So then what I'm going to do in here now is I'm just going to taste, because we got to taste our food. So I just take my spoon, I just kind of go like this. Oh. And now I'm going to go ahead and salt this. So I'm going to take a good 1 pinch and 2 pinch. And I'm telling you, it's got such a lovely, lovely spice. It gets in the back of the throat. And you would think that it would be very spicy, and it's not. You know, we have quite a few beans in here. And you know, I tried to stay as authentic to it as possible. Of course, you know, like I said, in those days, there was no turmeric. I'm sure there was, you know, wild garlic. I have eaten wild garlic. So now I am just going to cover this up. I am going to lower to about medium. And I'm just going to let this, if you see that it gets a little dry, add some more, little bit of water at a time. And then you will have this deliciousness, this wonderful, you will have this deliciousness. You see that? You see that? You're going to have this wonderful thing. Don't stir it too much because, you know, we're using some beans. Now, if I would have had to cook all the beans, obviously the beans probably will not be, you know, getting more mushy, but I did use cans in this case. All right, guys, so pretty much that's all I have for you today. This is my gourmet chili, and I'm Elena Johnson. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I also would like to thank my wonderful sponsors, Carla Harris with FARMASI. I also want to thank Stephen Bailey with Bailey Fishing and Charter. So if you come to Florida, look him up. He can take you out, and he gets big fish because I get some of those wonderful fish. And I also want to thank my dear friend Dario Rodriguez with Life and Food Superstores in Ellenton, Florida. He's got the most incredible mushrooms, the most incredible, amazing, delicious everything. Go check him out. And I want to thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy this chili. Enjoy this chili. It is wonderful. It is, if you were in my kitchen, you would want to eat this right away. And let the tomatoes, you know, do their thing. Make sure that you let this cook a good, I would say a good 45 minutes. A good 45 minutes, and then you're going to have this deliciousness, and this deliciousness, beautiful white gourmet chili. Okay, Belly, I love every single one of you. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, then you're able to take care of others. Okay, guys, I love every single one of you. Ciao, ciao, Belly. Enjoy the chili. Enjoy the chili.